right? Second unit la irukodiya cost sheet, tender and quotations. Okay, so three areas you have to பண்ணனும் படிக்கணும் இல்லையா? இதுல வந்து நம்ம வந்து காஸ்ட் ஷீட் we are studied in detail, நம்ம நிறைய படிச்சிருக்கோம். Tenders yesterday I gave a tenders one problem. So then quotations we have to prepare. Okay, now we can move on the slide 1. Okay, so before that, this is a formula. In the certain cases, finished goods stock value will not be given. Okay, the finished goods value we have to calculate. So how to calculate? So the finished goods value, so we only put in all the raw materials, direct labor expenses and other expenses, factory expenses, factory overheads, administration expenses, salary and selling and distribution overheads. So these are all the expenditure we have put it together and we can arrive at one product. So that is called cost of production. So the cost of production divided by units produced, this is called cost per unit. If you are multiplying with the cost per unit into closing stock of units, you can understand the closing stock value, closing stock in amount, closing stock amount you can calculate, right? So this formula can be applied for both opening and closing stock units, can be valued on the basis of the current cost basis only. So this current year amount only you can take into the calculation of finished goods, closing stock and opening stock if it is not given in the question, right? So this is a formula you have to remember. Okay, so now we can move on the next one. So here, how to estimate the profit. In the previous problem, we can work out up to how to calculate overheads estimations, how to calculate factory overheads, how to calculate our hobbies and administration overheads, and how to calculate selling and distribution overheads. Now we can move on the next stage, the profit. So if the percentage is given, the profit is calculated on percentage of cost. That formula is profit is equal to cost of sales into percentage of profit into 100. So automatically we will multiply with what is the percentage given. So from the percentage, you can, if it is given in the cost, you can directly multiply into 100. So that's also 20% into 100. So the cost is arrived 1 lakh rupees into 1 lakh into 10% multiply. You can 10 divided by 100. You can arrive the profit. If it is given on the selling price, so what you applied in the previous formula, that formula again you have to apply it. So probably you have to calculate up to arrive you can cost of the product, that is the cost of sales, multiplying. So if it is given 10% means 10 divided by 90. So 100 minus 10, 90. That is the rate of on sales. We have to minus deduct. Okay, this is an how to calculate the profit, right? So now we can go to one problem. Before that, I will give you one small problem for your exercise. So this is taken from your book. So page number 2.55. So ready and move only. So in this problem, if you take if you're having a book, you can refer. I can see the slide also. So the page number 2.55, the question number 11. So this question already asked in the previous year question also. I can check that. I don't know exactly the number. I think 2014. So that's a 5-mark question. So you are given below the trading account of Radhi Devi Limited. So the trading account is given. So we already studied about the trading account in the first year or in your school days also. It starts with your opening stock, purchase related expenses, right? Then you can arrive at cross profit in the left hand side. So if it is right hand side, this is maybe on sales and the closing stock and amount. So here only one difference given in the trading account. So that's opening stock and closing stock given in a form of two kind of stock: opening stock of raw materials, opening stock of finished goods. The same thing is given in the credit side also: closing stock of raw materials, then closing stock of finished goods. Okay, so this is the trading account. They prepared, they arrived a profit 1,37,400. There is a opening stock. The two amount is put together 80,200, and the closing stock, the two amount is put together 78,400, and sales is 6,72,000. So if you are totaling up this credit side, so 7,50,400. So with this amount, we deducted the opening stock, then purchases, then wages, then carriage. So that is called our balancing value. The balancing figure 1,37,400. It is a gross profit. It is calculated. So, okay, it's not a problem. That is a problem is another already trading account is given. Now what you have to do? So find out the cost of materials consumed, then total cost of manufacture, then percentage of gross profit on sales. So these three things, three answer you have to calculate. So the cost of materials consumed. So this is a book. Then you can get the answer. So 2,47,400. So the total cost of manufacture 5,71,400. So percentage of gross profit on sales 20,400. 20 percentage of 4.26 percentage. So this is an answer given in the book. So this answer will not be given in the your examination question paper. Okay, now what you have to calculate? You have to calculate written on the next slide. Okay, I think already I work out. Right. So you can remember the cost sheet. You have to remember the cost sheet. So from this, nothing is given about the cost sheet information. There is nothing is given about the cost sheet preparation and like this. Now from this one word, cost of materials consumed. So from this one word, we can understand that this is like you can prepare a cost sheet, right? We can start with opening stock of raw materials plus purchase, then closing stock of materials that we can call it as a materials consumed. Where is an opening stock of raw materials? So 61,000, right? So 61,000 opening stock of raw materials. Opening stock of raw materials. Then purchases 1,92,000. Then purchase related expenses is given. This is a carriage. So that it means carriage inward. Carriage on purchases. So this amount also you can put together with 1,92,000. So this opening stock of raw materials 61,000 plus 1,92,000 plus 16,800. Then you have to deduct 22,400. So 61 plus 1,92,000 plus 16,800 minus 22,400. If you are doing these things, you can get an answer. Cost of materials consumed 2,47,400. So this four value I put it here like this. Opening stock 61,000. Purchase of raw materials 1,92,000. So carriage. So whatever given on the question, I will write in here that it means carriage inward. So purchase related expenses should be added with the purchases, right? So that's three amount is put together total 2,69,800. So 61,000 plus 1,92,000 plus 16,800. If you put into the calculator, you can get the amount 2,69,800. Then you have to deduct closing stock of raw materials. So closing stock of raw materials, that amount is given in the credit side of the trading account. So that amount is 22,400. So this 22,400, if you deduct, that amount is called, so materials consumed 2,47,400. Have you arrived that answer? Check with your answer 2,47,400. The first answer is calculated. That is called find out the cost of material is consumed. It is over, right? Then the cost of manufacture. So as per your format, so materials consumed is over. Then wages. So wages given in the left hand side, that is called direct wages, 3,24,000. So if you're putting the 3,24,000 with the 2,47,400 as a material consumed, that answer will be, and that's we can call it as prime cost. So there is no more cost about with this particular product. Then we can assume that the prime cost is a cost of manufacture, that is called 5,71,400. The 5,71,400, it is an answer. It is arrived that it's called the total cost of manufacture rupees 5,71,400. So how we are getting the answer? So 2,47,400 plus 3,24,000. So this two amount is we put together. That amount is 5,71,400, right? And one more answer you have to calculate. So we have to find out the percentage of gross profit on sales. The percentage of gross profit on sales. So here, what is the percentage? What is the percentage of profit for this sales? If you go for a selling of this all the products, so this is a cost. So that amount sold on the market 6,72,000. You are getting a profit of the gross profit. So 6,72,000. This is on credit side amount. So you're getting a profit, that is a gross profit 1,37,400. So what is the percentage? What is the percentage of this sales? Now we can apply one formula. So this is a formula. Percentage of gross profit on sales. So percentage of gross profit on sales, that's equal to gross profit divided by sales into 100. They are asking about a percentage that you have to multiply with 100. So now we are comparing your sales with your gross profit, comparing of the sales with the gross profit. So 1,37,400 is a gross profit divided by 6,72,000, that is in sales, into 100. That answer is 20,446. So this question they're asking about a 5-mark questions. Okay, now we can understand one problem, right? Okay, now we can move on this one, cost sheet with the work in progress and finished product. Cost sheet with the work in progress and finished product. How to value finished goods? எப்படி value பண்ணணும்? Finished goods வந்து எப்படி அந்த amount கொடுக்கலைன்னா number of units only given, then how to calculate? So this is a formula. So this is a valuation of stock of finished goods. So you can remember this one, cost of production divided by units sold into closing stock units. So this is apply for this one. So with the formula you can apply with this. So now we can move on one problem. I will share a new file. Okay, in your Word file, right? Okay. So right. Which in the next slide, right? So this is a question, April 2014, April 2014. They're asked in a 10-mark questions. So okay, this is the question number 21. Question number 21 also. Question number 21 in the question paper. If you are verifying that April 2014, question number 21, it's a 10-mark question. The same questions in your Reddy and Murthy. So here's Reddy and Hariprasad Reddy. You can see the page number 2.21 and question number 7. So now we have to value. So in this question, what you are going to do? So this is called with stocks of work in progress. So in this problem, you can get work in progress, and you can available finished goods also. Finished goods information also it will be given. So again, what you are going to do here? So in this question, you are going to value of finished goods. You are going to value finished goods. Valuation of finished goods also you are going to do this problem. Okay, this is somewhat in advanced problem. Okay, now we can figure out the problem, right? So question number 21, right? This is the following data relate to the manufacture of a standard product during the month of March. So during the month of March, for a product of the one product. So in your book, it will not given in the same things. They are giving something is reduced from the question paper. So in your book, you can understand that into industries limited or manufacturing mood line charges. So one information is missing here. So that's not required. That's not a main point for our working out the problem. So raw materials consumed, so 20,000. Direct wages 12,000. Machine hours worked. Now you have to check with your questions. So this information is given in the rupees. So this information is given in the hours, 9,500 hours. What is the machine hour per rate? So 2 rupees per hour. Office overheads. So it is not given. The amount is not given. 10% of work cost. What amount is calculated? From that amount you have to multiply with 10%. Selling on cost 2% per unit. Right, and that unit is produced 40,000, sorry, 4,000, and units sold 3,600 at ₹20 per unit. Now what you have to do? You are required to prepare a cost sheet and find out the cost per unit and the profit per unit and also total profit for the month. So that you have to calculate. So for this problem, output of the problem, now you have to write. So in here, I can give some pages for this answer. Okay, I will reduce these pages also, right? Okay, now you got to open 3 columns. 3 columns insert table. So one is particulars, And another one is per unit. I will put it in the next column, per unit. So rupees and paise per unit, it is in the column to be in the rupees, it's amount, rupees amount. Okay, and next column is called the total rupees, total cost column, total cost column, right? So for that you have to put a heading for statement of cost and profit, statement of cost and profit for the month will be given for the month of March. So a year is not given, I will give 2020, right? Okay, right. So that column is open, column is open. So this is column is required. Okay, right. Now we can start with the as it is your cost sheet format only, as it is the cost sheet format only. First one is raw materials consumed. Raw materials, raw materials consumed. This amount is given in your question. That amount is raw materials consumed 20,000 rupees. Right now we have to calculate production units produced, PRODUCED produced, that unit produced for this cost of materials. So units produced, it is given that amount is 4,000. So 4,000 units produced, right? So now how to divide 4,000, 20,000 divided by 20,000 divided by 4,000. So that amount is rupees 5, rupees 5, 5 rupees. Per material cost 5 rupees. How it is calculated? I will give you one more column. It is not required. So for your calculation purpose, I will put it here. So that amount divided by 20,000 divided by number of units produced 4,000. So this one is not required. This one is not required. This column is not required. For your understanding purpose, I put it here, right? So this is a raw materials consumed. And the next one is, as per our cost sheet, we can move on the direct wages. So that amount also 12,000 rupees. So again 12,000 divided by 4,000. What is the amount? 12,000 divided by 4,000. So 12,000 divided by 4,000. That amount is 3 rupees per unit. 3 rupees per unit. Okay. Now this two amount is direct materials, direct labor and direct wages is given. So direct expenses is not given. So if you put together the two value, you can arrive at that is called a prime cost. So you can total of this two value. So 32,000 divided by 4,000, you can get cost per unit. You can get cost per unit of rupees 8. Next, so you have to add as per your cost sheet, factory, PACTOR, factory overheads. So factory overheads, that amount is factory related expenditure. It is not given. Factory related expenses, that amount is machine hours worked. So machine expenses, machine expenses. So the machine expenses that it is calculated machine hours, machine hours, machine hours multiplying into rate per hour, rate per hour. So these two information is given in the question. Machine hours it is given, machine hour is given, machine hour rate 2 rupees, 9,500 hours, 9,500 hours into 2 rupees. 9,500 hours into multiply rupees 2. That amount is total 19,000. So check with your answer. 19,000, 9,500 divided by so into 9,500 into 9,500 into 2 rupees. So 19,000. So cost per unit again 19,000 divided by 4,000. 4,000. That amount is 4.75. So that amount is 4.75. So now you have to very much careful on writing cost per unit. So by mistake you maybe put the amount of rupees 2 in this per unit column. You need not consider this hours rate. This is called calculated unit rate. So unit rate is different from the rate per hour. So here you have to write only 19,000. So 19,000 divided by number of units produced, that amount only you should write. Okay, now so this is over this total of these two amount, that is called works cost. Works cost is calculated. So 8 plus 4.75, so you can plus, so 12.75. So 32,000 plus 32,000 plus 19,000, 32 plus 19,000, that amount is called 51,000, right? So 51,000 divided by 4,000, you can verify. 51,000 divided by 4,000, you can verify 12.75. Okay, right. So now we can move on the next one. So what do you have to do as per the cost sheet? What do you have to do as per the cost sheet? Machine hours worked 9,500. You put it here. So that rupees 2 is put it here. Next, hobbies overheads. Hobbies overheads. That means 10% of work cost. So we have to add hobbies overheads. Hobbies and the administration overheads. That means 10% of 10% of works cost. So what is the above value? From the above value, you have to calculate 10%. So 51,000 divided by so 15,000 into 10 divided by 100. If you multiply, so that amount we can get. How much amount it will get? So that amount is 5,100. 5,100. So if you divide by 5,100, 5,100, 100 divided by unit produced 4,000, that amount is 1.275. 1.275. So 75. This is a cost per unit. So office overhead is over. With office overhead, putting up the total of these two amounts, that we can get it the answer. This is called the cost of production. Cost of production. So the cost of production, that it means totaling of these two amount 56,100. So this total 13 point so 1.75 plus 12.75, sorry, 13 14, yeah, 14.025. So how would you arrive at this amount? 56,100 divided by 4,000. So this is our cost of production, right? So next, what you have to do? The selling cost. This is called okay. Then selling cost. Before the selling cost, so now you have to do one adjustments. Before the selling cost, you have to do one adjustment. So in this question, number of units produced today, it is only 4,000 rupees. 4,000 units. 4,000 units only produced today, but all the units are not sold out. All the units are not sold out. Certain units are left out. That is called closing stock of finished goods. All the units are produced in the factory except closed. The unit is the raw material is converted into the finished goods. That all the finished goods, all the 4,000 units, all the 4,000 product, it is not sold out in the market. So it is sold out only 3,600 product. The remaining 400, it is called closing stock of finished goods. Okay, so this is the problem. Now we have to calculate another. We have to calculate the closing stock of finished product. Okay, So the closing stock of finished product, what you have to do? So if it is opening stock of finished goods, if it is given, you have to add with your cost of production. If it is closing stock of finished goods given, it should be deducted from the cost of production. That it means, so from the cost of production, we have to less deduct what it means closing stock of UIL, closing stock of finished goods. The closing stock of finished goods, it is not directly given in the question. So now we can understand that closing stock of finished goods from this two information in the questions. Units produced 4,000 units. All the units are not sold out. Only 3,600 units. That it means 400 units is closing stock units. So within 10 minutes it will close. Before that we complete the past mouse. Right. Closing stock. What is the closing stock? 4,000. So how to calculate 1,000 units produced? Units produced minus units sold. Difference between the two value. This is called closing stock units. Closing stock units. Okay. Now what is the closing stock units? So 4,000 units produced minus 3,600 units. It is sold. What about the amount is left out in your factory? What about the left out amount units factory? It is called 400 units. So 400 units is left out. Okay, so now what is a 400 units value? What is 400 value? So need not worry about that value. That value is already calculated. That amount is rupees 14.025 of the above cost of production. So this value you have to take it here. So this value you have to take it here for multiplying finished goods units price units value. So that it means 400 units at the value of rupees 14.025, that is called total cost units 55,610 5,610 that value of the goods is left out. For this units need not to write anything, you can simply put in hyphen. Okay, so then minus cost of production of goods sold. Cost of production of goods sold. So that it is arrived. So this amount is the same amount 14.025. So this amount you have to minus from the 56,100. That answer 50,490. 50,490. This is an cost of production of goods sold. Then after that only you have to add selling overheads. So selling overheads, the amount is not directly given. Selling overheads, that means rupees 2 per unit. Rupees 2 per unit. So rupees 2 multiplying. What's the number of units sold? Number of units sold only 3,600. So 3,600. You can now we have to multiply 3,600 into 2. You are getting the selling overhead cost. 2 into 3,600 multiply 7,200. That is called the selling overheads. 7,200. Okay, so now this 2 rupees you can directly write it down here. It's not a problem. 2 rupees you can write here. This is a unit cost only. This is a unit cost only. Before that, this is only hours cost. This is a unit cost. So 2 rupees you can write it here directly. So multiply with the 3,600. Now, so putting up this 2 value, that value we can call it as cost of sales. So cost of sales 16.025. So this amount is 7,200 plus 50,490. That amount is 57,690. So this is our cost of sales. Cost of sales calculated. Then we can on the next one. So our sales, what is the sales? So 3,600 units at rupees 20 per unit. So we have to add profit. We have to add profit. Okay. Or profit. That profit is not given. Profit is not given. This is a balancing figure. Balancing figure. Balancing figure that it is not given. Okay. The sales amount is given in this question. The sales amount is 20 per unit. So 20 per unit. So 20 per unit. Okay, you can write 20 rupees. Right? What is the sales value? 3,600. What is the number of units sold? 3,600 units. Units multiply 20 rupees. 20 rupees multiply. So 3,600 units sold at the rate of 20 rupees. That amount comes around 72,000. So 72,000 minus balancing figure 57,690. That amount is 14,310. So this value again 16.025 minus 20 rupees cost per unit 3.975. 3.975. This is a profit. So cost of production of goods sold. This is an one answer. Okay. So up to this you have to apply 4,000 units. So up to this you have to apply 4,000. Then the selling overheads, that's a units only it is given, you can directly take it here. So this value you can deduct from this value, you can get this answer. Okay. So this is a cost sheet format only. This is a cost sheet format only. On the basis of the cost sheet format only, so we are work out this problem. And the cost sheet format I already given in the first class itself. Okay, I will share in the that's also that format also. That's not a problem. I will give you one more time. Okay, so this is our answer. Now we can move on the question. You are required to prepare cost sheet, cost per unit, profit per unit, total profit for the month. Okay, for this month, so 4,000 unit is produced. This is in raw materials and direct wages given in the question. Raw materials and direct wages given. So both amount you put it here. So 32,000. So 32,000 divided by 4,000. That amount is 8 rupees. The first and foremost prime cost is calculated. And the next one is we have to add factory overheads. So factory overhead only machine only used. The machine is working 9,500 hours per hour 2 rupees multiply. So that amount is so 9,500 into 2. So 19,000. So with the 19,000 divided by 4,000, 4.75. So with this amount we calculated works cost. So then after this you have to go with the office overheads. So then we can want the office overheads. Office overheads, that amount is not given directly. That means 10% of the above value. 10% of work cost. Work cost already calculated. With the work cost 10%, 10 divided by 100, 51,000, 10 divided by 100, that amount is 5,100. 5,100 divided by 5,100 divided by 4,000. So that amount you can arrive at. That amount you can arrive at cost per unit 1.275, right? So if you are putting up the all the cost, you can get the cost of production. So cost of production. From the cost of production only, you have to do some adjustments. So if it is given in the opening stock of finished goods, you have to plus, closing stock of finished goods, you have to minus. So already given. So if it is opening stock of raw materials, that adjustment you have to deal with this raw materials. Work in progress is given, you have to deal with, you are going with the factory overheads. So finished goods is given with you have to allow, you have to go with adjustment with the cost of production. So here opening stock of finished goods is not given. Closing stock of finished goods you have to arrive from these two value. So all the unit is not sold out. So certain units are left out. It is called closing stock. So units produced minus closing stock, that is amount is 5,610. So cost of production, then that amount is total cost of production. Selling mortgage you have to place. Cost of sales, it is calculated. Cost of sales is calculated. Then this, in this question the sales amount is given. In this question the sales amount is given. With the sales you are deducted, the profit is calculated. When profit is calculated, this is called a balancing figure. So you can take one screenshot அப்படியே எடுத்துக்கோங்க. ஆன்சர் மட்டும் ஒரு ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. ஓகேங்களா? புக்கில் உங்களுக்கு வந்து வேற அமௌண்ட் இருக்குப்பா. புக் அதே ப்ராப்ளம் நினச்சி வேற ப்ராப்ளம். ஸோ கொஸ்டின் அப்படியே ஒரு ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்து